Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Hazel Honey, or welcome to you if you're new. Hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Right, we're here now up at the orchard apiary, and we will be looking at hive 1 and 2. This is hive 1, the aggressive hive or defensive hive. We'll see how we get on. They weren't too bad a while ago, or a couple of inspections ago, and then they seemed calm, and then I went in there the following week and they were a little bit more defensive again. So I know the flow's coming to an end, but I don't know. I'm trying to make excuses for them, I suppose, but we'll see. Now, I didn't bring any supers with me. I've been carrying supers with me for weeks and not using them, and then I put something else in the car. Now it looks like they might need it, but anyway, we'll go into the brood nest first. Anyway, I might have to come up later. Put another super on, perhaps, because it's not where you got the full of honey. It's when it's full of bees, so you need to give them room. They're flighty. They're all flying up in the air. I'll just trap that one. Just looking for the queen. They're not trying to bump me, they're just flying up around my face at the moment, which is an improvement. They are very flighty. Some bees won't fly all around your face. These seem to be doing that, but they're not bumping, they're just flying around. Eggs in there. Some eggs in there as well. The wind's just started getting up, so apologies for the wind sound. Queen cup, just checking. They're not going for my tool. They're not going for my hands, which they were doing last time. There's plenty of eggs, brood of all stages as well. Go on, off you get. They do seem a lot better. There's eggs in every single empty cell I've looked in so far in all the frames. We'll see what this is like next inspection, because then the queen would have had all her brood emerged, and all the potential aggressive bees or defensive bees from last queen will have died off, because they only last around 28 days, a month roughly. That's how long a worker bee lasts in the summer. Right, little friendly guy walking around on the finger. Don't know where he is. Just check this one frame here. I won't check the other one because there's nothing on that other one, the furthest one. But looking at this, I think that's a big improvement. I think last time I showed you the pollen from the back of that frame, but they've obviously started building it out at the back as well, look. Yeah, looking good, and they're not. Yes, they're a bit flighty. That's the only way I can put it, is they're a bit flighty. There's they're up in the air, flying around you. They're not, like I said, they're not. I keep saying aggressive, but defensive. They're not. When before, if you remember, I brought my hands down, and they flew straight at my hand, or they flew at the tool. They're not doing that now, compared to the last one. So, not as bad. We'll see next week. It might be fine. Makes an inspection more enjoyable. I could keep them aggressive if I wanted to, or defensive, and let them, you know, potentially sting me every week and get over that, deal with it. But as I've said before, it's a hobby, and you're meant to enjoy your hobbies. So there's no point trying to, you know, come up and thinking, oh, I've got to go into that hive and it can, you know, I might get a sting. More chance of getting a sting over any other hive. You still get a chance of stinging in any hive, because if you trap a bee, potentially, they'll sting you. But it's also not fair if there's any aggressiveness that the queen's giving into her genes to the worker bees, and then she produces drones, and that aggressive gene then, or defensive gene then, is passed on. Yes, it's good that bees are defensive when they need to be, but not over defensive. It's all right having bees that if somebody comes in here banging and bumping around, ripping their nest apart, that's not a beekeeper, as in someone's trying to steal the honey, be it human or animal, then yes, they can attack and defend it, that's fine. But when you're in there with a bit of smoke and gently going through, yes, it's probably a fine line. Come on, girls. Probably a fine line. But let's see what we got in here then. A little bit of smoke in there. Right, okay, are they capping that? Let's see, I can't see properly. Nothing, oh, a little bit capped. They haven't worked these two outside frames. That one's got honey in, nectar in. Capped those two. They're not quite capped. Started capping that side. This side here, they're still putting honey in, or nectar, and these two. So really, should put another super on there, so I'll have to come back up. Ooh. and put one on there later. Right then, well, that was a lot better, hell of a lot better than previous inspections there. So we will move on to number 2. Right then, hive number 2. Again, give it a bit of smoke. Let's see what these have always been all right, to be fair. Let's see if they've had a sudden surge in forage from somewhere. Yes, there's bees up there. And yes, that super does weigh something. Oh, definitely weighs more than last week. Whew. You might see the difference with these bees compared to the bees we've just been in about flightiness. They might not, I can't remember whether these are ones that fly up in your face, I don't know. But like I said, certain bees do. Now that is a box full of bees. Let's get them down off the bars a bit. Even though I don't think they can do, because the amount there are. Alright, this one's marked up as NW, no wire. Oh, see, I'm getting good at this now. Starting to remember. Unfortunately, that means I've got to lift it right up out of the way. So you can't see it, but lots of young larvae in there. I didn't see any eggs. Excuse me, girls. So there's bees flying away, but they're not flying around my head like the last lot. There's a lot of nectar in there again. That frame's chock-a-block full of nectar as well. There's eggs in there, brood in there. You've got the nectar, brood at the top, and a bit of bee bread on the side there. That's mirrored on the opposite side to that frame as well as on the actual opposite frame. Let's see if we can get these eggs in focus. Some freshly laid eggs, because they're stuck up in the air. So they were laid within the last 24 hours. Because after 24 hours they sort of fall over to one side. That frame is chock-a-block full of brood, wall-to-wall brood. NW on here, so unfortunately I've got to lift it right up out of the way to be able to inspect it. Full of cat brood. Bit of smoke getting off the top bars. Young girls out the way. Cute. That one there's got cat brood all the way down to young larvae in there. Almost the same on this side. See if there's a look like a cup there, but there's nothing in it. Again, I don't know whether you can pick it up on camera, but I got no bees at all flying around my face. Like that, the next one there, that first one we done. That there's just full of brood again. Or cat brood with eggs and nectar. This last one I would say was a pollen frame normally. We will see. Yep, bee bread, pollen in there. I'm not sure you can see it too clearly. The big patch of bee bread there. Right, well, close that one up. Get them off the top bars a minute while we close that up. Oh, I've got to lift this up. I'm not looking forward to that. Bend with your knees. Let's see what we got. I think you can just about see in the top of this, I think. Lots of new wax on there. Again, they're not capping. There's a lot of open cells there. They're starting to clean this far one out by the looks of it. They're in there cleaning it away. These, oh, that's capped. That one's definitely capped. That one's starting to be capped. We're getting there. See what's in this second one. Or first one. We just looked in the second. Oh, tore some cells open there. Capped, 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 capped. Nearly all capped. Still open. Not touched that. And they're just starting to fill that one. And I've got this lovely nectar or honey there. Right, look forward to that in a couple of weeks once you get in there ready. Right, that's those two. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. Again, looking at the stats, YouTube telling me that 75% of people that are watching aren't subscribed to my channel. It was 80%, so a few of you have. But it'd be much appreciated if you do. Thank you for supporting the channel. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.